down. I hope you don't mind me reading. Here we are in Times Square, and I couldn't think of a better place for us to launch the second revolution. Here in one of the iconic areas of capitalism where we have such titans as Morgan Stanley, Condé Nast, and the Naked Cowboy. Now, here in America, we are engaged in an important debate. Not between left and right, not between Democrat and Republican, not even between liberal and conservative, although we know that conflict exists as well. We're engaged in a debate between two diametrically opposed visions of what freedom means. On one side, we have those who insist that freedom is a commodity to be doled out by a benevolent government.
No!
Now, I know if you're here and you're listening to this, you know that that is a load of BS. Now, we rally for the side of the debate that knows, that insists that freedom is the self-evident state of man and is made by our virtue of our very existence and not dictated by a federal government. That amongst these self-evident rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Fundamental to our pursuit of happiness is our right to acquire property through our labor. And it's here that we take offense to a government that treats us like beasts of burden. Spending what we have labored to earn without concern to our individual ambitions, our individual goals, and most importantly, our individual freedom. Now, it's with these fundamentals in your mind that I introduce our next speaker, host of Sirius XM's Wilkow Majority, my boss, my friend, and the next generation of great talk radio, Andrew Wilkow.
We're going to have to make this quick because we're running out of time, so I'll do what's never done in talk radio. I'll keep it short. And I'll do what's also not done. I didn't write anything down because I don't need to. This comes from a very natural place. I want to introduce you to some terms and theories you're going to become accustomed to whether you like it or not. One is what we call the zero liability voter. The zero liability voter is someone that goes into the voting booth, picks a candidate, authorizes spending, and then never pays the bill. This person is never expected to pay taxes. Oh, they might fill out the form, but after getting a tax return and an earned income tax credit and everything else, they're not actually paying the bills that you pay, the bill for government. Now, if you can grow the number of zero liability voters, you create what we call a tyranny of the non-contributor. These are the people who outnumber the people who actually pay the bills of government. We all go into the booth, we all pick a candidate, they spend our money, but it's not all of our money, it's only the money of the people that send money to government, and it doesn't come back. Now, we keep hearing about the right to health care, and I'm going to get to that in just 1 second, but our president, and I'm not here to demonize the president.
Why not?
But I heard him say during in a radio interview that the Constitution, this Constitution, was a charter of negative liberties. Now, what is a negative liberty? Well, Barack Obama defined that as the founding fathers were so quick to write all the things that the government couldn't do, they left out the things the government could do to you on your behalf. That was no accident. That was a purposeful omission. They say that people like me represent the party of no. If you read the Bill of Rights, there's a whole lot of no, you can't. You can't pass this law. You can't thing. No big government. Actually, the states created the federal government, not the other way around. The other side of this is we keep hearing about these things we have to do with our lives. You are suffering from a poverty of ambition until you hit yourself to something greater than yourself. That was a quote from Barack Obama at Wesleyan University in Connecticut. Michelle Obama has said you've achieved nothing in your life until you pull someone else up. We're constantly being told that we have this obligation to someone else. But we never get these people to define themselves. We don't know who they are, where they live, what they look like, what they eat for dinner. We just know that they're there, we owe them something. Now, I call these people person A. And you are the first to call you heard me say this. And if you're listening and you have no idea what's going on, this is going to affect you too. If person A is entitled to something, entitled, not to the freedom of speech or the freedom of religion or the right to peaceably assemble. These are not things that are based on product that we thank the police officers here for providing us protection while we do this out in the open. But the right to free speech, the right to practice one's religion, these are not products, they're not tangible. But we constantly hear that person A is entitled to something, like health care. If person A is entitled to something, then person B must provide it. Where does it come from? Everything the government does costs money. Money that you earn, that I earn, that we spend, that we're taxed on, whatever it is. Person A is entitled to something. Person B must provide it. That means person A has a right, person B has a responsibility. When the government says you have a right and you have a responsibility, that's an infringement of your right, because now you're not only responsible for yourself, but someone else who owes you nothing in return.